Ever wondered which terrifying creatures from the past you'd be relieved are extinct today? From giant sharks to saber-toothed cats, our journey through history's most fearsome predators will make you grateful these beasts no longer roam the earth. Let's look at the top animals we're glad are long gone. Number 15. Arthropleura. Imagine a time machine sent you back to the ancient forests of North America and Europe. What do you think you would find? Birds chirping and deer grazing? Well, you will be in for a terrifying shock because you will encounter a creature straight out of your worst nightmare. Meet the Arthropleura. It is the stuff of prehistoric horror movies. Imagine a millipede on steroids, and you'll get the idea. Arthropleura wasn't your ordinary backyard crawler. It was a colossal beast, measuring up to 8.5 feet long and armed with an impressive number of legs. This ancient giant roamed the earth during the Carboniferous period, about 345 to 290 million years ago. Now, you might think such a massive critter was a ferocious predator, but hold your breath. Arthropleura was actually more into plants than flesh. That's right, it was likely a gentle giant, munching on decomposing plant matter and other organic waste, playing a crucial role in the ancient ecosystem. But let's not romanticize it too much. Imagine stumbling upon one of these huge armored nightmares in the dark. It is enough to make even the bravest soul run for their life. So why was it so big compared to modern day critters? Well, the answer lies in the oxygen levels in the atmosphere back then. Oxygen levels were sky high and allowed creatures like Arthropleura to grow to monstrous sizes and dominate the swampy landscapes with ease. Encountering Arthropleura is a primal fear come to life. Its sheer size and armored exoskeleton meant it was virtually untouchable, ruling the land without predators to challenge its supremacy. Despite its intimidating presence, Arthropleura eventually met its end as the world changed around it. Shifts in climate and the rise of new predators marked the curtain call for this ancient titan. So, next time you freak out looking at modern insects, remember the Arthropleura and be grateful you are not face to face with it. Arthropleura is also a reminder that even the most colossal creatures can fade into history. Number 14. Gigantopithecus. Next up, let's head to the prehistoric jungles of Asia. Not to worry, we are not finding King Kong, but what we will find is a real-life giant that will put the infamous mythical American Bigfoot to shame. Meet Gigantopithecus, the largest primate to ever walk the earth. A creature towering up to 10 to 12 feet tall and weighing around 800 to 1,200 pounds. Yes, you heard that right. This enormous ape was basically a giant roaming the dense forests of what we now know as China, India, and Vietnam. Gigantopithecus lived during the early to middle Pleistocene epochs, roughly between 2 million to 300 to 200,000 years ago. Despite its massive size, Gigantopithecus wasn't out to eat you probably. The key word there is probably. Scientists believe it was primarily herbivorous, with a diet consisting largely of bamboo and other vegetation. Its enormous jaws and large, flat molars were perfectly designed for grinding down tough plant material. But let's not kid ourselves. Just because it did not eat you doesn't mean it couldn't tear you into pieces. Running into one of these in the wild would have been absolutely terrifying. You might be wondering why such a colossal creature went extinct. Well, the story of Gigantopithecus is a tale of survival gone wrong. As the Pleistocene epoch progressed, dramatic changes in climate led to the shrinking of the lush tropical forests that were its home. These forests were replaced by more open grasslands, and the giant ape's primary food sources reduced. Competing with other herbivores for the remaining resources became a losing battle. To add to its troubles, some scientists speculate that early humans might have had a hand in their extinction. Overhunting or simply outcompeting Gigantopithecus for resources could have contributed to its extinction around 200,000 years ago. So, humans causing the extinction of a species is not something new. We have been doing this for a long time and it's nothing to be proud of. We are an evolved species now and need to be more responsible. Number 13, Anomalocaris. From ancient jungles, let's move on to the ancient seas to encounter a truly bizarre creature that once ruled as the top predator. Enter Anomalocaris, which translates to abnormal shrimp in Greek. This unique marine monster thrived during the Cambrian period, around 530 to 500 million years ago. Anomalocaris was first discovered in the famous Burgess Shale, a fossil-bearing deposit exposed in the Canadian Rockies of British Columbia, Canada. It is a treasure trove of fossils that gives us a peek into the early history of life on Earth. Anomalocaris is a peculiar creature that measured up to 3 feet long. Now, imagine a shrimp as long as a modern-day skateboard. Its body was streamlined, with a segmented torso and a fan-shaped tail, allowing it to glide swiftly through ancient waters. What really set Anomalocaris apart were its extraordinary features: a pair of large compound eyes with over 24,000 lenses in each eye, giving it an exceptional view of its surroundings. But that's not all. At the front of its head were grasping appendages equipped with sharp, saw-like spines, perfect for grabbing prey. These appendages would bring food to its circular, jawless mouth, which looked like a pineapple ring and was made up of tooth-like plates designed to crush and shred its meals. Anomalocaris was a formidable hunter, primarily feasting on soft-bodied animals like trilobites, which were abundant in the Cambrian seas. As one of the earliest known apex predators, it played a crucial role in shaping early marine ecosystems by controlling prey populations and driving the evolutionary arms race that characterized the Cambrian explosion. The Cambrian explosion was an event approximately 530 million years ago when a wide variety of animals burst onto the evolutionary scene. Despite its dominance, Anomalocaris eventually went extinct as the Cambrian period drew to a close. Changes in environmental conditions, competition from emerging predators, and a decline in its preferred prey likely contributed to its demise. As the oceans evolved, Anomalocaris couldn't keep up with the shifting ecosystems and eventually faded into history. Number 12. Quetzalcoatlus. From the jungles to the oceans to now the skies, let's meet a flying giant you wouldn't want to mess with. Meet one of the most awe-inspiring creatures to ever soar through the prehistoric heavens, the Quetzalcoatlus, a member of the Ajdachid pterosaurs. Imagine a creature with a wingspan as wide as a small airplane, around 36 feet. That's about 6 times the height of an average human. Quetzalcoatlus dominated the skies of North America during the late Cretaceous period, approximately 68 million years ago. Named after the Aztec feathered serpent god Quetzalcoatl, this pterosaur certainly lived up to its legendary name. Its fossils were first discovered in Texas in 1975. Quetzalcoatlus was a marvel of nature's design. Despite its massive size, it was surprisingly lightweight, estimated to weigh around 500 pounds. This was essential for flight, allowing it to glide gracefully across vast distances. Its neck was long and stiffened, and it had toothless beaks and long legs. Imagine a giraffe flying in the sky. That's pretty close to what Quetzalcoatlus would look like if it were not extinct. Paleontologists suggest that Quetzalcoatlus could reach impressive speeds of up to 80 miles per hour, thanks to its aerodynamic wings and powerful muscles. It is speculated that it had a possible flying range of up to 13,000 miles. Just to put it in perspective, that is the distance from India to the United States. That is impressive. If we ever came face to face with it, there is no country we could go to escape from it. The sky was its playground. Let's talk diet. Quetzalcoatlus likely had a varied menu. It feasted on medium-sized animals, fish, and perhaps even small reptiles. Its sharp beak and powerful jaws made it a formidable predator, capable of snatching up prey with terrifying efficiency. But its dominance did not last. Quetzalcoatlus eventually went extinct, leaving behind only clues of its existence in the fossil record. It's a fascinating thought to think that such a massive creature once took to the skies in our history, but we should also be happy that they are extinct. If they were not, we wouldn't be here to talk about them. Number 11. Forus racidae, terror birds. Let's move on from one terrifying bird to another. Brace yourselves for a trip back to a time when South America was home to one of the most fearsome predators to ever walk the land. Meet Forus racidae, better known as terror bird, an apt name for a creature that would have given you nightmares. It stood up to 10 feet tall, that's as high as a basketball hoop. It weighed close to half a ton. These weren't your ordinary backyard birds. They were apex predators during the Cenozoic era, roughly 43 million to 100,000 years ago. Despite being flightless, these birds were anything but helpless. They dominated the landscapes of South America and even parts of North America for millions of years. They had incredibly powerful legs, allowing them to run at astonishing speeds, possibly as fast as a cheetah. Now, imagine being chased by a creature that tall, moving that fast. If it were a horror movie, it would be a very short one because we would stand no chance against it. It wasn't just their size and speed that made them terrifying, it was their heavy head and beak. Their heads could grow up to a meter long and were equipped with a hooked beak. Their necks were highly flexible, which, combined with their powerful beaks, allowed them to strike fatal blows with deadly precision. One strike from that beak could crush the skulls of their prey. It made short work of whatever unfortunate animal crossed its path. Their diet likely included anything they could catch and overpower, from small mammals to other large birds. Despite their reign as top predators, terror birds eventually went extinct, likely due to a combination of climate change, competition with emerging mammalian predators, and the gradual disappearance of their habitats. The arrival of big cats and other carnivorous mammals in South America marked the end of an era for these formidable birds. Number 10. Titanoboa. Get ready to meet a snake so massive it makes modern serpents look like garden hoses. This is Titanoboa, the largest snake that ever lived. Trust me when I say this, you wouldn't want to run into one of these, not just in the wild but anywhere. Titanoboa lived around 60 million years ago during the Paleocene epoch, right after the dinosaurs had bid goodbye. This colossal snake roamed the tropical rainforests of what is now northeastern Colombia. If you're wondering just how big this beast was, picture a snake stretching up to 42 feet long. That's as long as a school bus or a 4-story building. Feeling the creeps yet? Now, listen to this. It weighed a whopping 2,500 pounds. With such a massive size, it's no wonder that Titanoboa was the apex predator of its time. It dominated its environment with a lethal combination of strength and stealth. This snake wasn't picky about its meals either. Its diet likely included large fish, turtles, and even crocodiles, which it would have crushed with its powerful constricting abilities. Imagine being a crocodile and thinking you're at the top of the food chain, only to be squeezed to death by a snake the size of a bus. Now, just imagine what it could do to us. We would be just puny insects to this massive snake. The temperatures were much higher than today in the Paleocene, and Titanoboa thrived in this warm and humid climate. It was this warm environment that allowed cold-blooded reptiles like Titanoboa to grow to such gigantic proportions. The lush, swampy terrain of ancient Colombia provided the perfect hunting grounds, filled with an abundance of prey. Scientists believe Titanoboa used ambush tactics to catch its prey, much like modern-day boas and anacondas. With an excellent sense of smell and possibly heat-sensing pits, it could detect the slightest movement in the dense forests and murky swamps. Once within striking distance, Titanoboa would wrap its enormous body around its victim, squeezing with such force that escape was impossible. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about encountering Titanoboa today. It went extinct as the Paleocene epoch transitioned to the Eocene, likely due to changes in climate and habitat that made it difficult for such a massive predator to survive. So, next time you see a snake and get a little creeped out, just remember it could have been a lot worse. Number 9. Smilodon. What is 10,000 years on a geological timescale? It's just a blink of an eye. And our next extinct animal roamed the American continent just a blink of an eye ago. Meet Smilodon, commonly known as the saber-toothed cat. It's a fearsome predator that makes modern big cats look like house kittens in comparison. Smilodon roamed the earth from around 2.5 million to 10,000 years ago, and its fossils have been found across both North and South America. This prehistoric predator was a true powerhouse, weighing anywhere between 500 to 1,000 pounds and standing at 100 to 120 centimeters tall at the shoulder. To put that in perspective, imagine a big cat more robust than a lion and with muscles that would make even a bodybuilder envious. Now imagine the force at which it could strike you. But its most terrifying feature was not its size or strength. It was its impressive upper canine teeth, which could grow up to 11 inches long. Now, what is 11 inches, you ask? Well, most tablets, let's say an iPad Pro, have a screen size of 11 inches. These saber-like teeth were not just for show. They were deadly weapons used to deliver precise, fatal bites to the necks of its prey. And its jaws could open wider than those of any modern cat, allowing it to use its canines effectively. Unlike today's big cats, which often rely on speed, Smilodon was built for power. It had incredibly strong forelimbs, which it used to hold down prey. Imagine a giant cat keeping a bison or camel pinned while delivering a bone-crushing bite. Its robust build and muscular limbs were ideal for ambush hunting, striking fear into the hearts of unsuspecting herbivores. Smilodon's environment was a complex one. It likely lived in forests and dense vegetation, where it could use the cover to launch surprise attacks. Its brain structure suggests it had keen senses of hearing and sight, although its eyes were smaller and less forward-facing than those of modern cats. Despite its fearsome reputation, Smilodon's reign came to an end around 10,000 years ago, coinciding with the extinction of many other megafauna. The reasons for its disappearance are still debated: climate change, competition with humans and other predators, and the decline of its large prey likely played significant roles. Here's a wild thought. Is it a coincidence that humans transitioned from hunter-gatherers to farming around the same time Smilodon went extinct? Could it be that the extinction of Smilodon and other megapredators played a role? I'm no expert, but it's just a curious thought. Number 8. Megapiranha. Let's meet a fish. By now, you know it's not going to be any ordinary fish. We are talking about piranhas. In fact, we are talking about megapiranha, which went extinct 8 to 10 million years ago. Even the bravest swimmers would think twice before dipping a toe in the water with these megapiranhas around. These prehistoric terrors of the rivers make modern piranhas look like goldfish in comparison. Imagine a piranha the size of a coffee table, about 3 feet long and weighing around 22 pounds. Megapiranha roamed the waters of what is now Argentina during the late Miocene epoch. With 2 rows of razor-sharp teeth, these aquatic nightmares were perfectly equipped for a life of shredding through anything unfortunate enough to cross their path. Modern piranhas are well known for their ferocious bites, but megapiranhas took things to a whole new level. Their powerful jaws and serrated teeth could easily slice through flesh and bone, making them formidable predators. Scientists have discovered fossilized teeth of these giants, and let me tell you, they are terrifying. No current fish come close to delivering a bite force like that of a megapiranha. Let's paint a picture of their habitat. Megapiranhas thrived in the warm, shallow rivers of prehistoric South America. These waters teemed with a variety of fish and other aquatic creatures, providing a buffet for these giant predators. Their size and strength meant that they could take on prey much larger than what modern piranhas would dare tackle. But what happened to these aquatic giants? As the Miocene epoch came to a close, changing climates and environments likely played a role in their extinction. Rising ocean levels and shifting water basins may have isolated populations of megapiranha. This made it harder for them to find food and sustain their large size. Over time, they evolved into the smaller, less intimidating piranhas we know today. So, next time you hear about a piranha, just be thankful it's not the megapiranha. Just imagine these dog-sized fish cruising through the water. It is the stuff of nightmares. Number 7. Deinosuchus. Brace yourselves for a prehistoric predator that would make modern crocodiles look like mere lizards. This is Deinosuchus, the terror of the ancient waterways. Trust me, you wouldn't want to encounter one of these monstrous crocs. It wouldn't end well for you if you did. Deinosuchus roamed the waters of North America during the late Cretaceous period, about 82 to 73 million years ago. Imagine a crocodile stretching up to 35 feet long. That's half the size of a standard bowling lane. With a size like that, it's no wonder Deinosuchus was one of the apex predators of its time. Its name, which translates to terrible crocodile, is no exaggeration. This giant croc wasn't just big, it was built to take down some of the largest prey around, including dinosaurs. Fossil evidence shows bite marks on dinosaur bones that match the teeth of Deinosuchus, suggesting it regularly hunted these massive creatures. Now, would you really want to go face to face with a creature that could take down a dinosaur? Deinosuchus's jaws were lined with large conical teeth designed to crush and tear through flesh and bone. Some scientists even debate whether Deinosuchus had a stronger bite force than the infamous T-Rex. Living in rivers and coastal regions, Deinosuchus likely used a hunting strategy similar to modern crocodiles. Picture this. A colossal croc lurking just below the water's surface, waiting for an unsuspecting dinosaur to come for a drink. With a sudden burst of power, it would lunge, grabbing its prey and dragging it into the depths to tear it apart. Despite this brute strength, Deinosuchus eventually went extinct before the mass extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs. There is no clear answer as to why, and we can only speculate about the exact reasons. Whatever the reason, we are grateful it doesn't rule our rivers anymore. Number 6. Mosasaurus. Let's dive into the ancient oceans where a true titan ruled the waves. Meet Mosasaurus, a fearsome marine reptile that dominated the seas during the late Cretaceous period, roughly 82 to 66 million years ago. Mosasaurus was a marine lizard closely related to today's monitor lizards and snakes. This aquatic giant was an apex predator, growing up to 56 feet long. It makes it one of the largest marine predators in Earth's history. Imagine it patrolling the oceans with a streamlined body and a powerful tail. ready to strike at any moment. Mosasaurus had 4 paddle-like limbs, allowing it to navigate the water with ease. Its elongated snout and strong jaws were armed with sharp, conical teeth that could reach lengths of up to 4 inches. These jaws were designed to capture and consume a wide variety of prey, including fish and even other marine reptiles. With its excellent vision and strong sense of smell, Mosasaurus relied on ambush tactics, lurking in the depths before delivering a swift, lethal bite to its unsuspecting prey. Fossils of Mosasaurus have been found in oceans around the world, indicating it had a vast range and was a dominant force in marine ecosystems. Its presence ensured that it played a critical role in maintaining the balance of its environment, controlling populations of other marine animals, and shaping the evolutionary paths of its prey. The end of the Cretaceous period brought about the mass extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs and many other species, including Mosasaurus. Factors like a massive asteroid impact, volcanic activity, and climate change dramatically altered the world's ecosystems, leading to the demise of this magnificent marine reptile. While the thought of encountering a Mosasaurus in today's oceans might send shivers down your spine, its extinction is a relief for modern marine life and human activities. Number 5. Helicoprion. Next up on our list is a creature that not only makes the list of the top 10 most terrifying animals, but also the top 10 most bizarre animals to have ever lived. We are talking about the Helicoprion, a prehistoric shark that would make modern-day sharks look like harmless creatures in comparison. Helicoprion lived around 290 million years ago, long before the dinosaurs roamed the earth. What set this shark apart wasn't just its size, even though a 13-foot-long shark is terrifying. The most horrifying feature of this shark is its unique dental structure. Imagine a shark with a buzzsaw in its mouth. That's right, Helicoprion had a spiral of teeth in its lower jaw, a feature that baffled scientists for over a century. For years, paleontologists found only the strange, spiral-shaped teeth, which led to a lot of confusion about what this creature actually looked like. It wasn't until more complete fossils were discovered that they could piece together the true nature of Helicoprion. The teeth were arranged in a continuous, spiral formation, with new teeth constantly being produced at the back and pushing older teeth forward into the deadly buzzsaw-like structure. This adaptation made Helicoprion a formidable predator, capable of slicing through the flesh of its prey with ease. Helicoprion likely fed on soft-bodied marine animals, using its unique teeth to grasp and shred its meals. Despite its fearsome appearance, Helicoprion was a survivor. It endured through harsh conditions and mass extinction events. However, it eventually went extinct around 270 million years ago, disappearing from the ancient seas and leaving behind only its enigmatic fossils. The concept of a buzzsaw-mouthed shark surpasses the imagination of even the most inventive horror writers and filmmakers. This just illustrates how incredible and often terrifying the forms life has taken on our planet. Number 4. Leopleurodon. Next up is another marine predator from the Jurassic Seas, Leopleurodon. Leopleurodon belongs to a family of large carnivorous marine reptiles. One look at it and you will understand why it is considered to be one of the most formidable predators to have ever lived. Leopleurodon lived during the Colovian stage of the Middle Jurassic period, around 166 to 155 million years ago. This apex predator ruled the seas that covered modern-day Europe. It was among the most fearsome creatures of its time. The name Leopleurodon comes from ancient Greek, meaning smooth-sided tooth, a nod to its distinctive dental structure. It had strong paddle-like limbs that made it an incredibly powerful swimmer. Leopleurodon had 4 large flippers, a characteristic of all plesiosaurs, which provided excellent acceleration. It was perfect for ambushing prey. Its robust body and streamlined shape allowed it to move swiftly through the water, striking fear into the hearts of any marine animals unfortunate enough to encounter it. One fascinating aspect of Leopleurodon is its hunting strategy. Studies of its skull suggest that it had an acute sense of smell, using its nostrils to detect the presence of prey in the water. This capability, combined with its powerful swimming abilities, made Leopleurodon a master of ambush predation. Estimating the size of Leopleurodon is challenging due to limited fossil records, but it's believed the largest individuals could reach over 33 feet in length, while more typical specimens were around 23 feet long. Weighing in at about 3,000 pounds, this marine reptile was a true giant of the Jurassic Seas. Leopleurodon's reign as an apex predator came to an end as the Jurassic period gave way to new eras and new competitors. However, its legacy lives on in the fossil record, providing us with a glimpse into the incredible diversity of life that once thrived in Earth's ancient oceans. Number 3. Tyrannosaurus rex. Next, we have not only the most fearsome, but also the most famous dinosaur of them all, the Tyrannosaurus rex, or T-Rex for short. This colossal predator ruled North America during the late Cretaceous period, around 72.7 to 66 million years ago. Its name, derived from Greek and Latin, translates to Tyrant Lizard King, and it's easy to see why. Standing around 20 feet tall and stretching up to 40 feet in length, the T-Rex was one of the largest land predators to ever exist. Imagine a creature as long as the width of a basketball court, as tall as a 2-story building, and weighing up to 8.5 metric tons. Now tell me that your instinct upon seeing it is not to run for your life. It was a bipedal carnivore like no other. It had a massive skull that was balanced by a long, heavy tail. The T-Rex's head was equipped with powerful jaws and teeth that could grow up to 12 inches long. They were designed to crush bone and tear through flesh with a bite force estimated between 7,800 to 12,800 pounds per square inch, the strongest of any terrestrial animal. Despite its relatively small 2-fingered forelimbs, the T-Rex was a formidable hunter. Its keen sense of smell and binocular vision allowed it to track and locate prey with precision. This apex predator's diet mainly consisted of large herbivorous dinosaurs such as Triceratops and Edmontosaurus. It would incapacitate these massive creatures with its powerful bite, ensuring few could escape its grasp. Beyond being a top predator, the T-Rex also played a role as a scavenger, consuming the remains of deceased animals and recycling nutrients within its ecosystem. The reign of the T-Rex and other non-avian dinosaurs came to an abrupt end about 66 million years ago during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event, likely caused by a combination of a massive asteroid impact, volcanic activity, and climate change. This event wiped out the T-Rex and many other species. While the thought of a T-Rex roaming the Earth today might be terrifying, its significance in Earth's history and popular culture remains unparalleled. The T-Rex continues to captivate our imaginations as a truly incredible creature that once dominated our planet. Number 2. Spinosaurus. We will have to go back 100 million years to find our next animal that we are glad is extinct. We are talking about one of the most unique and fearsome dinosaurs to ever roam the Earth, Spinosaurus. This colossal semi-aquatic predator lived near the coasts and further inland along rivers and lakes of North Africa during the late Cretaceous period, around 112 to 93 million years ago. Spinosaurus, whose name means spine lizard, is known from fossils discovered in countries such as Egypt, Morocco, and Tunisia. This dinosaur was a true giant, reaching lengths of up to 50 feet and weighing as much as 20 tons, making it one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs to ever exist. In fact, it even surpasses the Tyrannosaurus rex in size. One of the most distinctive features of Spinosaurus was the enormous sail-like structure on its back, formed by elongated neural spines connected by a membrane of skin. While the exact purpose of this sail is still debated by scientists, it may have served various functions such as temperature regulation, camouflage, or display. Spinosaurus had several unique adaptations that allowed it to thrive both in water and on land. Its long crocodile-like snout and conical teeth were perfectly suited for capturing slippery fish, while its powerful forelimbs, equipped with large curved claws, enabled it to catch and overpower a variety of prey. Recent discoveries have even revealed that Spinosaurus had a paddle-like tail, which would have been useful for swimming. The diet of Spinosaurus likely included a mix of aquatic and terrestrial prey such as fish, sharks, turtles, and smaller dinosaurs. This versatility in hunting strategies allowed Spinosaurus to occupy a unique niche in its ecosystem with little competition from other large predators. As a semi-aquatic creature, Spinosaurus played a critical role in maintaining the balance of both aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems, influencing the evolution of other species in its environment. Spinosaurus went extinct around 93 million years ago, but the exact cause of its extinction remains unclear. It may have been influenced by changes in sea levels, climate fluctuations, or competition for resources with other large predators. The disappearance of Spinosaurus from the fossil record marks the end of a fascinating chapter in the history of life on Earth. We are glad it's extinct. If it was still freely roaming the waters today, venturing to beaches and the sea would be nearly impossible. Number 1. Megalodon. Our next extinct animal is not only one of the most terrifying predators to ever exist, but also one of the most renowned and feared creatures in popular culture. We are talking about the Megalodon. To meet this giant shark, we need to dive into the ancient oceans it ruled approximately 23 to 3.6 million years ago. If you think modern sharks are scary, just imagine a shark that is 3 times the size of the largest recorded great white shark. Even terrified would be an understatement. Megalodon was a true monster. Estimates of its size range from 50 to 60 feet long. To put that in perspective, imagine a creature longer than a school bus lurking beneath the waves. With a weight of up to 50 tons, this predator was built for power and speed. The most distinctive feature of Megalodon was its enormous teeth, which could reach up to 7 inches in length. These teeth were serrated and designed for slicing through flesh and bone. The jaws of Megalodon could span up to 7 feet wide, allowing it to swallow a human whole without even chewing. It wouldn't even have to bite into a human. So its bite force, estimated to be between 24,000 and 40,000 pounds per square inch, would be completely unnecessary for killing a human. Nevertheless, its bite force was enough to crush the skull of a whale. Megalodon was a specialized predator that preyed on large marine mammals, including whales, dolphins, and seals. Its powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth allowed it to take down even the most massive and well-armored prey. Fossil evidence shows bite marks on whale bones, providing a chilling testament to its hunting prowess. Megalodon had a global distribution, inhabiting a wide range of marine environments from shallow coastal waters to deeper offshore areas. So, if it weren't extinct, there would be no ocean on the planet safe for humans. Our only hope would be to stay on dry land. So, what led to the extinction of this oceanic titan? Several factors likely contributed, including a decline in the abundance of its preferred prey, increased competition from other large marine predators, and significant changes in oceanic conditions, eventually leading to its extinction around 3.6 million years ago. The mere thought of the Megalodon being alive today is terrifying, let alone encountering one. Its absence is a relief for modern marine life and humans, but the legacy of Megalodon remains a powerful reminder of the incredible and often fearsome diversity of life that has existed on our planet. The prehistoric world was filled with creatures that would make today's predators look tame. Yet, they all bowed down before Mother Nature. None of these terrifying animals are alive today, and we are glad for it. At the same time, we must learn from their demise and respect and adapt to natural changes. If not, we too will soon be gone.